I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Ava.
And welcome
to the Inner Idiot.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, right?
I heard something.
That's the music.
Oh.
I think that means that it's time to put your ugly ass kids to bed. Set the deuce loose. Because we are live. It's the Inner Idiot. Welcome back, you majestic what the fucks. I am your host, Tyler Havlin. And it is Wednesday, May 5th, right? 2020 dumb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the last episode we're going to do before Mother's Day. So I want to give a quick shout out. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And if you got a mom bod, I appreciate it. Because big thighs tell no lies. Praise Jesus and pass the juice. Ooh wee, I'm here for it, you fluffy goddesses. That's right. They ain't stretch marks. That's a roadmap to the journey you've been on. And us men, we're like Dora the Explorer. We need the goddamn map, right? I'm just here for the tour. I love a goddamn adventure. But on that note, let me go ahead and introduce one of my wonderful co-hosts, the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books, Shorty fresh in the flesh, 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo!
Yeah, I'm here.
That's right.
And I love the mom bods too.
Them mom bods are great. You know, I think I know why you're not getting laid, Shorty. It's because you don't have a dad bod yet. That's got to be what it is, because everybody's like, ooh, dad bods, dad bod. Look, I got a dad bod, and they are highly over fucking rated. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of maintenance that goes on in this.
Is there really?
Yes. My check knee light comes on, my back, I might throw my back out if I sleep on an unfamiliar pillow. I mean, you've heard the stories.
I somehow don't believe you. It takes a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Because, like, it takes effort to maintain what I have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even in that great of shape. I'm just saying, like, it's...
Well,
I struggle to keep what I got.
Look, just go with it, dog. You got a nice tool. You got to build a shed over it.
I'm not. I don't want to build a shed.
I need to get you laid, though. All right. On that note, she's been sitting here quiet long enough. Our other great, wonderful co-host, the delightful red-haired don't care, Miss Ava. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Hi.
How you doing today, Ava?
I'm good.
You gotta sit here and listen to us fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah.
She's not excited about it. She's not happy about it. She's
all right. Yeah, I hear this shit all the time.
It's all right.
All right, well, we're gonna jump right into today's top 5.
Okay.
You guys got your top 5s ready? Because this is a joint.
This was
fucking
easy.
expedition.
This was easy, dude. You sent it, and I was like, done.
All right. Well, today's top 5 is the top 5 things we are not buying the cheap versions of. Who wants to start us out? Shorty, you got us?
Oh, my God. I mean, if you want me to. All right, real quick. Like, right off the... Number 1, super easy. Like, this is the top echelon. Statues, collectibles. Like,
I can agree with that.
Like, I don't buy the cheap versions of just about anything. And, like, if it is cheap and I own it, chances are it was given to me.
Right.
Like, people often ask me, like, oh, man, I bought you this statue or bought you this figure, this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. Like, I'll keep it.
I got a place in the back of my closet for it.
No. It's out. Like, Spider-Gwen, she's probably the cheapest figure I own.
Uh-huh.
But I don't, like, I need a better spot for her. And I won't get rid of her. It might be the only Marvel thing. Like,
You got a Hulk?
Oh, yeah, I got the Hulk. That was free, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just, like, cheap. That's it. Like, I never paid for them. So, prime examples. But, I mean, everything else has a collector's value. It has a number on it. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that is.
All right, well, I'm going to wear it the rest of the episode. Don't worry, cool, I'll take a picture for y'all.
All right. But, yeah, like, that's easy, number 1. The second one is comic books. They do make cheap versions of comic books, and specifically the online comic books, because there is no value in them whatsoever. You pay almost, like, I would say 75%, or maybe even 50, depending on the book. But it's just a digital copy of the book. You don't get the actual paper with it. And there is no refunds. So
now when you do that, do you get a whole collection or just that one issue?
Just the one issue.
Now, see, that seems pointless to me because to me, part of the whole joy of comic books is having the physical edition right in front of you.
Yeah, and I know tons of people who buy digital comics because they don't, one, have the space for it or anything like that, because they do take up a lot of space, especially if you've been collecting for years. But it's just something that I can't see myself, like, even video games in that aspect. Like, I won't buy digital copies. I want the physical disc.
Makes sense.
Just about everything else. Like, I don't buy anything, like, digital, except for maybe, like, the video games on Steam, but that's only because they don't have physical copies.
Right.
But that's about it. Like, I'll avoid that. Number 3 would be tools for, like, my wood shop and stuff like that. I love Harbor Freight, but I only buy those tools as, like, a need to get my job done. But if I really want something good, or, like, I need I need a table saw, I need a miter saw, I'm not gonna buy one from Harbor Freight.
Fuck no, I had the blade fucking fly off. You short a nose at that point. You only got one goddamn nose. You don't need to lose that.
Exactly
motherfucker.
right. I'm not doing that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a couple really good finds at Harbor Freight, but for the majority, like, of their power tools, nah, not at Home Slice. Let's see. What was that? Number 3.
Yep, you got 2 left.
Number 4. Shit.
I thought this was easy, Shorty.
My mind just went blank, dude. I just fucking lost it. Honestly, boots.
Yeah, definitely boots.
Like, I mean, I wear them consistently. I'm wearing them right now. I've had these boots for about, I don't know, a year and a half, and they were almost $260. But, like, I bought those $30 or $40 Walmart shoes, and they last maybe 6 months.
You get 6 months out them motherfuckers?
Yeah.
God damn, what, you sitting all night at work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But I mean, it's something that I'm going to wear them day in and day out, 16 hours a day on my feet typically. I need me some good boots that are going to last me an eternity. And that's it.
All right, what's your number 1?
Just about any other comic book memorabilia. Seriously, like, when it comes to, like, t-shirts and stuff like that, t-shirts or clothing or any merchandise and stuff like that, I want it to be the main label because I want my money going exactly where where it's coming from.
Right,
so, like, if you go, like a lot of Marvel shirts and DC shirts at Walmart, the money isn't sent back to DC or Marvel. It's not like they have their own in-house whatever. Now, Marvel and DC might have a deal with Walmart or Myers or whatever.
They probably pay a branded fee.
Sure, and I'm not fully okay with that. I want the official licensed stuff, and that's really big on me. I don't buy aftermarket just about anything. Like the canvas of the Justice League I got, I bought that off the Alex Ross website. I didn't buy that off of Amazon. I didn't buy any of that off some third-party seller. It is official Alex Ross. It cost me a lot of money, but it's because I want to support the artist. I want to support the writers. Everybody who's in that process of doing that, that's what I want.
And this is what Shorty's bougie about.
Yep, this is it. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
Ava, let's hear your bouginess. What do you got for us?
I'm gonna start the first one off strong. I said condoms.
I am with you on that one, because wait till you get to my list.
I mean, for various reasons.
Yeah, right? I mean, you don't want to be fucking in the middle of the fucking battle and your helmet fall off. You know what I'm saying?
And then I already told you guys about this one, but fucking Q-tips. It, actually, makes me very upset. Because they bend way too fucking easy. You can't do anything with them.
And there's no absorbency to them. The cheap ones. It's like rubbing a piece of chalk in your goddamn ear.
And
You're not supposed to use them like that, right?
Yeah, fuck that. That's what they were invented for. Stick these goddamn sticks in your ears.
Yeah, apparently you're supposed to use them to clean, like little surfaces. Who the fuck is doing that?
I don't know. I ain't never seen anybody use a Q-tip except to clean out the fucking potatoes in their ear.
I use it for makeup.
Shorty's raising his hand.
I've used them to clean statues.
I mean,
What? Don't judge me. I feel judgment coming from you. What? What do you want from me? These are high value, all right?
these are high value. You gotta take good care of your ears, dude.
Motherfucker, I've been to so many concerts. My ears are shit.
What we got next, Ava?
Any kind of electronic.
That's a
Any
good
kind
one.
of electronic?
No, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Computer
because-
parts and
Yeah.
stuff.
And then what am I? That was 3.
Yeah, that was 3.
She's got like 15.
I do. I'm picking and choosing. Okay. Fruit snacks. If there's a very specific flavor that I'm looking for, a specific texture when I'm buying fruit snacks, if it's that like those Welch's ones, I don't fuck with that shit. I know that's name brand. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the Scooby snack, the Scooby
You would.
Doo ones. Those ones are so good. But they changed the fucking blue one.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Now let me tell you what. I gave my youngest some cheap ass fruit snacks one time. So this is where I'm like I'm hip to the game now, right? And she come at me with such malice in her goddamn eyes. I thought she was gonna fucking kill me. Daddy, these ain't the right fucking fruit snacks. I'm sorry, demon spawn of Satan. I didn't know there was a right kind of fucking fruit snack. All right, what you got? Sorry, I digress. Fucking kids, dude. She's been stressing me the fuck out lately.
The last, I don't know if you guys can vibe with this one, but it's just art supplies in general. Like, mainly, like, paint and, like, colored pencils. Because they don't work. There's, like, no pigment. And if you buy the markers, they're, like, dead in, like, an hour. And you can't...
I get that. I remember being in school when they handed us them cheap ass coloring pencils, and you have to put all your fucking weight into it. You got to get like your biggest textbook, put it on top of the goddamn pencil just to make it mark. Yeah, I get it.
Because I've put so much money and like shit like into all of the art things that I do have, and then it's just like I'll be like at Walmart or whatever, and like, oh yeah, I could use some of that, and I'll grab it and take it home, and I'm like, spent
This
that
was a waste of
$2.
money. I do the same thing with a lot of my craft, like all the like wood. I buy really good wood, or leather working. I do a lot. Like I'll buy really good like leather working tools and stuff like that.
I've seen your work. I have not seen her work yet.
It's pretty.
You're gonna have to bring
She
it in
do
one
good.
day.
I have one picture in here,
Well, show
just
me on
from
break.
school.
All right. So is that your top 5? You got any more you want to add? You got any juicy ones you want to throw in there?
Not really. All the rest of them are boring. Oh, I could say sunscreen, and I'm kind of like dissing myself on this one.
Yeah, you.
I have had so many horror stories about not strong enough sunscreen, and it's, oh my god,
Do you burn that easy? I mean,
it's bad.
it's
She's got the red
bad.
hair. The sun does care.
yeah, somebody does.
Burn, bitch.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Top 5 things I will not buy the cheap version of. Number 5 is condoms. And I already told you why. I don't need no more damn kids. Number 4 is a parachute. Look, I'm terrified of goddamn heights, alright? I'm a big man. If I ever go fucking skydiving, I'm buying the bougiest fucking parachute I can find. Because that motherfucker better get me to the ground safe. You buy a cheap parachute, that motherfucker ain't opening it. Somebody didn't fold it right. They didn't attach a goddamn string. I'll be shitting. I'll land on the fucking ground, and all you're going to see is the shit just fly out the back of my pants because I done shit myself because the parachute didn't open up.
They're all
Goddamn
shoving a tarp inside of a backpack. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Got some like string.
It'll slow you down a little bit.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker's got to be certified
saying.
by 10 different motherfuckers at least before I go.
Most parachutes are, pretty darn good.
I fucking hope so. If
I feel
ever
like they
decide.
have to be. Like they
Yeah.
have to pass some sort of
Well,
inspection.
yeah, but I ain't buying no goddamn parachute from Walmart. That's for sure. I don't even know if they carry parachutes.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
All right.
I think this is I thought this list was things that we have bought
Yeah.
and regret. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, because I bought the cheap version of it.
You only get to buy a cheap parachute one time. There is no regret. You're done after
Well, I'm
that.
just saying, like, you've never bought a parachute. Do you ever intend on going skydiving, Ty?
One day I might muster up the bravery to do it.
All right.
It ain't gonna be today
I'm going to go with you.
or tomorrow, but maybe. I need to lose.
Don't look at me.
What? You want to go
Don't
skydiving?
look at me.
I'll carry you down.
I don't. No.
All right, number 3 is socks and underwear. Look,
I feel the socks
look.
and the underwear.
I got some sharp ass toenails for one. All right, I ain't trying to have my fucking toenail pop through a goddamn thin as paper sock the first time I wear that motherfucker. I have an active job. I'm on my feet all day. You get one toe sticking through a goddamn sock, it'll ruin your whole fucking day because you just feel it all day. It's like taunting you. Your socks fucking laughing at you. Your fucking toes turning purple and shit. And the same thing with fucking underwear. I got my fucking thighs touch, all right, y'all. This ain't no fucking mystery. You get 2 days of wearing that shit, not in a row. Don't worry. I'm changing my underwear most times on a daily basis.
Most times.
But you get 2 good wears where your fucking legs are rubbing together, then you got your right testicles hanging out the fucking side of your boxers. You don't know how the fuck it got there. You got to shove that shit back in like it's a goddamn parachute. Ugh. I hate cheap underwear. Ugh. All right, but I digress. Let's go on to number 2. Shit tickets. All right.
What?
Shit tickets. Toilet paper.
Oh.
It took me a second.
You gotta have good. You cannot buy generic ass shit tickets. And for one, like, you can't even buy cheap generic shit tickets. You go to the goddamn gas station, they got the worst fucking toilet paper in the world, but they want to charge you $27.50 for 2 goddamn rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. When my hand's back there and I'm wiping, I don't want my finger to pop through that shit. All right, and come out with a brown ass finger. Don't nobody want that. You ever done that, Shorty? You be wiping and your finger just pop right through? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not fun. You gotta have Charmin, Ultra Soft. It may be soft, but don't let it fucking fool you. It's tough. Mm-hmm. Bears use that shit.
Stupid.
My boyfriend, he refuses to use anything but one ply. And he refuses to go... Your face is everything right now because he refuses to go to the bathroom anywhere. He won't go here. He won't go at my house because they don't have the toilet paper that he likes.
His mother denied him the tit. I am convinced.
Dude, I'm telling you, my dad's the same fucking way. Like, my dad has that 1-ply sandpaper bullshit. And I'm like,
hate it.
why? Like, I would take her, like, I had a roll, like, I brought a roll before I moved into here, and I would come over here all the time. I would take a roll from my apartment and bring it with me and just, like, hide it in the house. That way, whenever I had to poop, I just go get my toilet paper.
That's a good...
And the one time, dude, this is so funny. The one time my dad, like, I left it out, and my dad said something, like, I was done gone. And he said something to my mom. He's like, hey, who left this really good toilet paper here? He's like, oh, that's Shorty's. And he was like, oh, wow. All right. And, like, I come back and my toilet paper's gone. I was like, oh, no, dang it, I forgot to hide it. Dad's like, yeah, I used it all. I was like, whoa, wait a second, 1-ply. Like, what the hell is this crap? Like, you don't like it. Therefore, you don't buy it. Oh, no, that was nice. Dad, I'll give you the name of it. I'll send you a picture. Hell, I'll buy you a pack. Like, why?
What toilet paper brand you buy?
Charmin.
Charmin. I say
now
Charmin.
I go back and forth, like, for real, like, as long as it's like if it says ultra soft, like, 2 or 3-ply, hell, if they made 4-ply, I'd probably buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get those jumbo rolls. You know what I'm saying?
I usually get Scott toilet
Yeah,
paper.
Scott's a good one.
Scott's great, man. It's deceiving though, cause like it feels kind of hard, but then you put it on your butt and it's all majestic. It's like Narnia just sliding across your ass crack.
That's a weird euphemism. Is that right?
When do I not have weird euphemisms?
I don't know if that's the right word.
Well, metaphors, analogies, whatever.
I'm gonna make fun of Chris so hard next time I see him.
Don't.
His name will forever be 1-ply.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right, number 1 is the number 1 thing I refuse to ever buy the cheap version of is prostitutes. Look,
this comes to my question: have you bought a cheap one?
No, I've never bought a prostitute.
Then why is this on your list?
Because if one day my girlfriend ever figures out that, like, you know what, I'm way out of his league, I'm going to leave him, like, the chances of me finding another woman are slim to none. All right? I'm probably going to have to take the route of prostitution. And not me, because ain't nobody paying to sleep with all of this. All right? I'm going to have to pay somebody else to sleep with all of this. Okay? And I can't go cheap. Like, if I'm about to catch herpetosyphilitis or some shit, it at least better be goddamn worth it.
It better be expensive.
It better be fucking expensive. And the way I look at it is the more expensive the hoe, the less chances of venereal disease coming along with it. But that's my top 5, y'all. That's it. How you know what? Let's take a break on that note. And we'll come back and we'll talk about something.
Okay.
Hit the button.
Right. Yeah, you got it. Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And after some deliberation, we have found out that something is wrong with me. We don't know what it is, but it's something.
No, we're not a team of professionals. We can't determine that.
No. But maybe one day a team of professionals will determine that.
I mean, all right.
Well, anyways, Ava brought some what the fuck facts for your listening pleasure today.
What about
people.
today in history? We're not doing that?
No, not today.
Oh, all right.
That top 5 ran pretty long.
I mean, whatever.
All right, what you got for us, Ava?
Okay. Well, female sharks have... So their vagina is the same hole as their butthole.
So all sex is anal sex in the shark world.
I love it. But the male sharks have 2 penises.
Do they really?
Yeah, one of them is to hold the female in place. I don't know if it's every species. It didn't say. I probably should have looked into that in hindsight, but yeah, so I thought that was
1 hole, 2 penises. Sounds like a great title.
And one's just to hold them down.
yeah. Yeah.
Sharks are so rapey.
That's fucking wild.
Dolphins are rapey.
Yeah, I've heard that. So, just because it relates with sharks, I just today learned what jump the shark means.
I've never heard this phrase.
All right, so usually it's on a TV show. Here's what the fuck fact I'm adding to for you. So, jump the shark refers to something that happens in a TV show, series of movies that happens one time, and basically it's way out of context. Like it's never gonna happen again. So like the most famous jump the shark moment was when Fonzie went jet skiing. Or not jet skiing, but yeah, jet skiing. That's what we'll call it. Fuck it. In Happy Days. He's, on a lake holding the rope with his fucking skis, and that was considered jumping the shark. Had no relevance. It was just a one-time thing, completely out of the ordinary for the show. Jump the shark.
Huh.
And the only reason I looked this up is because somebody said Samuel L. Jackson being in the Star Wars movies was jumping the shark. I was like, Then I read it. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's jumping the shark.
Interesting.
All right. What's your next fact, Ava?
So Japanese giant hornets are a thing, and they prey on like honeybees, but they can kill up to 40 of them in a minute.
And Japanese hornets?
Giant Japanese hornets.
Giant. So there's regular Japanese hornets and then there's giant ones.
I suppose to. I read about it and it reminded me of the murder hornets.
That we were supposed to get?
Yeah, I don't think it's related, but it just reminded me of it.
So these giant Japanese hornets are just going around killing all these little innocent bees.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
It's a bee eat bee world.
I like it. I can dig it. Oh, dude, bees are fucking annoying though. They have a very specific buzz, like, and it just fucking drives me up a goddamn wall. It makes me want to jump head first into a brick wall.
You like bees, don't you, Ava?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are you afraid of insects?
No.
No.
Not
Not flying
really.
ones?
Ooh, there is one that
Ooh, there she goes.
it makes me want to like. It gives me the willies. It's the not centipedes. It's the flat ones that look like aliens and they live in like basements.
Oh God.
We call them thousand-leggers.
Thousand-leggers?
I don't think that's what they're called.
Isn't it like water bugs or some shit?
Something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Ew.
They're
Silverfish.
Silverfish, that's what it is.
Silverfish.
But they're big.
Yeah.
Silverfish are like tiny.
Well, that's a Minecraft silverfish, babe.
No,
I am unsure.
Shorty.
I want to say they're silverfish.
They might be.
I'm an idiot though, so
If I look this up, and it's going to come up with Minecraft.
Then no, there's little tiny little gray ones. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Let me see.
Look up thousand-legger.
Thousand-legger.
See if it's a thing.
Thousand-legger?
Yeah.
Isn't that like, so there's centipede, millipede. I know the reddish brown ones are really gross. And
Centipedes?
but
Nope,
they're
she is
juicy.
100% right.
Are they called thousand-leggers?
They are called thousand-leggers.
No way.
Well, I didn't know if it was one of those things. Stop, I hate them.
Oh yeah, those are gross.
But like, I didn't know if thousand-legger was one of those things because my grandma, mayflies, those like really big. They look like giant mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're male mosquitoes.
She calls them galley nippers.
Galley nippers?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. What? Is there a reason, or is that just what she's always called
She's
them?
just a little old country lady calling them whatever she wants.
Those cannot bite you. They are mosquitoes, but I guess they're male mosquitoes and they're harmless.
Yeah, my cat goes buck wild over 'em.
Yeah?
She loves.
She said buck wow.
These
She
are also
does.
known as the house centipede and the house millipede.
They're
hate
nasty.
'em. They're so nasty. Ooh, my
To a
mom
lesser
found one in
extent,
her
the
bra
silverfish
one
is
time,
another insect
and
with
she
lots of
was
legs.
putting it
Okay.
on,
Oh, that's
and it was
crazy.
in. I'd rather
thousand
die.
leggers. That's the technical term for it. That's what we're going with.
That's it.
All right. What you got next for us, Ava?
Oh, so since there isn't enough fresh water in the Galapagos Islands, some species of the birds have adapted to drink the blood of other animals, like the Galapagos hawk. Hawk?
Hawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hawk?
Hawk.
It sounds like you got so many hawk.
Well, I feel like I said it really wrong the first time.
I'm sure what you said. Everybody knows what you're saying. Hawk.
So they drink the blood of other animals?
Some species, not all of them.
Brutal.
Like, do
Yeah, I
they
know.
do they go and draw the blood themselves, or they're like, oh, look at this dead animal, I'm gonna go drink this blood?
No, man. When
It's
you
another one
want
of
fresh
those
water, you want some
hindsight
fresh.
things.
You know, when you want a fresh drink, you want a fresh drink. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Got to pop that bottle open crisp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Wasn't that? Hear the blood pop out. You know, I feel it. I get it. What is that weird? Sorry.
It's not weird. It's just I feel like it wouldn't be a. It'd be more of like a animal
never see-
dying
Huh?
scream.
I mean, whatever. You know, some people like that. Some people enjoy the glass bottle opening up. Some people enjoy the animals dying. You know, whatever.
I'm not the only one with problems on this show.
I'm not gonna sit here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and judge it. You know, if he wants to drink some blood, he wants to drink some blood. I'm totally down about that.
As long as it doesn't shit on my car.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Fucking hate it when birds shit on my car.
This is
They're
in the
in the-
Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, they're very far away.
Okay. I don't know how far
Is-
them motherfuckers fly.
Would that change the like consistency?
Of their shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it has to. It changed consistency of something.
Well, now it's something else to look
I
up.
mean, 'cause
Continue.
blood is thicker than water. I mean, the saying is true, except
What's
for
the name
like.
of the bird?
Galapagos hawk.
All right, well, while you do this research, Eva's gonna move on.
Okay, so the last one I have is that sloths have nipples in their armpits.
Do they really?
Yeah.
So like, that's really weird.
I don't know if it's the only set that they have, but they do have them there.
I wonder if their nipples are sensitive like our nipples, because that would be painful.
I feel
actually.
like they can't be as sensitive. Is that why they hold their babies like this? And they're just like all like got their head up in their pit?
Maybe it is an evolutionary win, is what we're gonna call it, because I just completely lost the phrase I was going for.
Well, like, cause you know, like when you get older and like,
and your titties start to point down,
and when you lay down, they go like
to your
like
armpits.
into your armpits,
scooping them bitches up.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is, except it's a sloth.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess they don't move a whole lot. And I mean, they spend a lot of time upside down, right? Or with their back facing the ground. So that, I mean, gravity would dictate that the titties move to the armpits. What'd you find, Shorty?
Nothing. There's nothing about their poop.
Nothing about bird poop?
No. Sadness ensues.
It does ensue.
But yeah, nibbles in the armpits suck. Sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible, but...
If you're
You
born
gotta scratch
that
like
way,
that, you give yourself a titty twister.
but you don't know any different.
True.
And sloths, they don't move a whole lot, man.
You know, some of them die because they mistake their own arms as branches.
Do they really? And try to grab their branch?
I don't know if that's fact or fiction, but...
I'm pretty sure it's a thing.
Yeah, they just like, they're moving so slow and they're just like, that might be a branch. Grab, let go, fall.
Look, do you all think sloths are cute?
Yes.
Really?
Some of them. Because there's...
It
just depends. If they're taking care of themselves, yeah, they look cute. Like the ones at the zoo, yeah. But there's some ugly animals.
Just like people. There are ugly versions of everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got cute dogs, you got really ugly, what the fuck is that dogs?
This is true. Well, I ain't never looked at a sloth and been like, you know what, if I was a sloth, I'd hit that. Never. Not one time.
You think that about anything else? Like cows? Fucking
I mean, come to think of it, that wasn't
pigs.
the best analogy. But...
I mean, hook me up. Are you into bestiality, homie? Because that's not legal here.
I mean, no, but... I mean, I ain't never looked at a sloth and been like, you know what, if I was a sloth, I would hold your hand. Is that better?
A little bit. So if you were a sheep, and you saw another female sheep, would you fuck it?
If I was a goddamn sheep, yeah, I gotta fuck something, right?
Aha, he's a dirty sheep fucker!
I ain't living my life fucking celibate if I'm a sheep. Hold on now. Aren't sheep and goats like the same shit?
No.
No? Okay, never mind.
You...
What about a lamb and a sheep? What is the difference?
A lamb is a baby sheep.
A ram is a male sheep.
A ram?
I don't know.
I'd take some.
They're sheep with the horns.
I'll take some goddamn horns. I would.
Aren't they?
I need
horns.
my mom.
Yeah,
No, seriously, my mom would know this answer.
Talking about fucking sheep. I need my mom.
No.
Happy Mother's Day, Shorty's mom.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy
She won't
Mother's
listen to this.
Day.
She won't listen to this.
From the void.
I discouraged her, actually. She was like, oh, what's your other podcast called? Mom, don't listen to it. Please don't listen to it.
Please don't.
You will be so disappointed in me. You will try to wash my mouth out with soap. Not okay.
My mom would listen to this and she'd be like, that's so timid. God rest
The funniest
her
thing
soul.
I can think about it, like with a sloth, like just in general, is the sloth from Zootopia.
At
Yeah.
the DMV.
Dude, we like. There's, I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 of us. We all went to go see it in theaters.
It's such a good movie.
Dude, I was crying, laughing when he was in the, when they were like telling him the joke in the DMV. I had literal tears streaming down my face. My ex-girlfriend and one of my buddies was like, Shorty, shut up. It's not that funny. Oh my God, I lost it. Oh, so funny.
All right. Is that all your facts for the day?
Yes.
All right, well, let's take a little pause for the cause.
All right.
Why don't you hit that button?
Okay.
Hit it.
Bye.
Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now. And it's time for Shorty's Pool. That's right. He's going to talk a little Static Shock today, right?
Yeah. It's not. He didn't come out today on the 5th. He came out actually yesterday on the 4th. Was his first appearance in Static Shock #1 by the Milestone Comics line, which was later bought by DC. But it's super cool. He is one of my favorite Teen Titans or young superheroes. Virgil Hawkins is his real name.
Did he make it into the Teen Titans? Was that a thing?
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he was in the Teen Titans or Young. I know without a doubt he was in Young Justice comics line. But he's just a young kid from Detroit. The story arc of his origin or whatever has been changed a few times, but the one I can distinctly remember the most of was my actual first introduction to him was in I think it was the early 2000s Static Shock cartoon show, which was super good. I'm not 100% if it's on HBO, because they have a bunch of the DC stuff.
I think it is. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure
But if you have the opportunity to watch it, it's really good. It's really cool just to see the different dynamic. They do a really good job of talking about the lower income families and stuff like that, being in Detroit and stuff like that. And Virgil himself starts getting into the wrong crowd and starts kind of getting into a little bit of trouble or whatever, even though he doesn't want to. He just wants to be cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was his whole deal. And he knew about all the superheroes flying around, Superman, Batman, all these guys doing stuff, and he always really admired those guys, but he just wanted to be in the in crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So watching him go through the little bit of struggle and whatnot, and one of the really cool things is he is his home life is, he was raised by his dad because his mom passed away when he was younger, probably about 12 or 13 or whatever. So he's kind of got a resentment towards his dad for just because he wants his mom around. You know what I'm saying? And he's raised by his older sister or whatever. And later on in the show, and even in the comic books, he often references, I can't remember his sister's name for the life of me, but she often references him as or he references her as a mother figure and stuff like that, helping raise him and bring him into the fold. But no, the way he gets his powers is there's a huge chemical eruption in, and this is the animated show because I'm not fully fleshed out in the comic books because they don't make a lot of them anymore, which sucks. But in the TV show, they had a huge chemical thing blow up, and there was a bunch of kind of like a turf war right there with a bunch of kids, teenagers, young adults or whatever in this thing fighting each other, and everybody that got hit with this purple gas got superpowers in some way. Some of them turned into monstrous, one chick turned into a harpy looking girl. Static Shock, obviously he got the powers of electric, and he's able to make magnetic fields or whatever and stuff like that. He has an electric disc, or he started using a manhole cover. He made give it power and was he able to use it to fly around or whatever. Super cool, dude. And it's a lot of fun, man. One of my favorite heroes, I've based D&D characters off of just using his name. I've used Virgil in a lot of different stuff.
I feel like I've heard you use Virgil in a one shot.
Yeah. Because I do that, and I'll whenever I do him as a character or whatever, I'll kind of use his mannerisms and stuff like that. Because he's a real chill, real go-lucky kid. He's real. He wants to be hip. He wants to be cool. He wants to be popular too. So he always plays up the, yo, I'm Static,
Yeah.
With his mask on and stuff like that, because when he's not, when he is just Virgil Hawkins, he's not bragging about, oh, man, I'm Static. Though he is, he's got his best buddy, oh, God. I want to say his name's Terry, but I'm probably wrong. But he, nudges his buddy. He's like, yo, man, that was me. And his buddy's like, yeah, dude, I know. They hype each other up. It's pretty cool. And later on, his best buddy becomes, he's a super genius or whatever and creates, a mech suit and stuff like that, which is really cool. But no, man, it's a lot of fun watching Virgil kind of progress and grow up as a young superhero and trying to like be on this echelon of the Justice League or the Young Justice. And there's been a few episodes where he's teamed up with Batman and even Superman and stuff like that. And like he was talking about like, you know, if I ever got to team up with these heroes, this is what I would do or whatever. And then he teams up with them and realizes the world, you know, the world of being a superhero is much harder than he thought.
Right.
So, like, it's a huge learning experience. But Superman and Batman both, like, really commend him for, like, you're on the right path. You're doing a good job. And, like, you know, him, like, one of the coolest moments is, like, when he shakes Batman's hand. And, like, Batman's like, you've earned my respect, dude. Like, you see this, like, light up in his glow, like, oh my god, this is the superhero telling me I'm golden.
Well, I know in some story arcs he ends up teaming up with Batman Beyond. So, or whatever that.
There was a series of he went to the future somehow, and he did run into Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond, and that might be what I'm thinking of Terry. But he runs into Terry McGinnis and he sees the older version of Bruce, and he sees the older version of himself.
Yeah.
He actually meets himself, and his older self is pretty funny. He was like, I can't believe I used to wear that. You know, like, he's like, oh man, your outfit's so fly. You're like, that's awesome. And his older self is like, man, you look stupid. I can't believe I did that. Man, I was dumb. Like, it's a really cool dynamic. Because, yeah, he does team up with Batman Beyond a few times, but that's also in, you know, 50 or so years into the future of the DC animated timeline. And even the comic books take place 50 to 60 years ahead of where we're at. And they've also, now they've straight up said it's a different universe entirely. Where it's just,
Terry McGinnis one?
Yeah, it's just older. So like the Batman Beyond universe is just a different universe entirely. So it's actually really cool. It's a lot of fun. And Static Shock, dude, like the few comic books that I've read, and I can't remember because it has been
few and far between.
Fuck. Oh my god. Every bit of 7 years since I think they printed a Static Shock comic. Now, I mean, they have the other history of the DC universe coming out right now, but it's really playing up like Icon, Black Lightning, Vixen, some other really predominantly black superheroes that are really good. Like, I love Icon.
Issue 1 was Icon and Vixen, right? Of the other history?
Yeah. And that was a really, really good comic book. Icon is one of my favorite heroes because of, like, his origin and stuff like that. Because he's an alien, kind of, like, it's very Superman-esque. And he crashes into a plantation where it's all slaved, you know, it's all slaves and whatnot. And he's raised up as one of those. And then he learns that he has longevity. He can live forever. So he is seeing literally what it's like to be a slave and growing up as this or whatever. And his whole moniker is to be an icon for the downtrodden. You know, that's why he goes by that moniker. And his story's really cool. He's really compassionate, really understanding. He's not quick to throw a punch or anything like that. It's really cool. Icon's a great character. All the milestone, like that's where Vixen, Icon, Static Shock.
Vixen is dope.
Vixen is dope.
Vixen is the one that I've followed a little bit.
Yeah, and she's been in a lot of the other comic books and animated shows and movies and stuff like that because she's really popular. She's one of the most popular characters to come out of that line. Because she's in tune with the force called the Red, which is the aspect of life. So she can summon the power of any living creature. So she can summon, she can get the strength of a gorilla. She can swim as fast as a shark or, whatever. And she can imbue that into herself.
If it's a male shark, does she grow 2 penises?
I knew you were going to bring that back up.
I knew it too. But
I was waiting for it.
No, but I mean, she's able to just bring out the animal kingdom or whatever. And it's really cool to see her, like, do her thing or whatever. And she does, like, a lot of these characters, man, they do a really good job of interjecting the social justice thing for especially minorities and stuff like that. They do a really good job of bringing that into the limelight. And even there's a series with Icon specifically where he feels even racial bias among the superheroes because even the superheroes are predominantly white, but that's because that's when they were created and by who they were created. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the world of comic books, like a vast majority of them, they don't know they were created. But in that world, majority of them are white, and Icon and Vixen both kind of have it like they feel like they're on the outside being in. And it's not until John Jones, Martian Manhunter, really steps in and he's like, I'm literally not from this planet. I can be a part of this team, so can you. You should never feel slighted. Because none of the superheroes, like Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, none of those guys treated them wrong or anything like that, but they never felt like truly included.
Right.
And it wasn't until Martian Manhunter said, like, listen, like, these people don't have to accept me. He said, but we're all alien. Wonder Woman's from Themyscira. She's a demigod. Aquaman's an Atlantean. Superman or Kal-El is from Krypton. His home's completely gone. He goes, I'm from Mars. I'm the last of my species. He said, you guys have a place here just like the rest of us. And it's really cool just to see like them kind of bring together that kind of internal family, between Jean, Icon, Vixen, and even to a lesser extent Static Shock, bringing those guys into it, bringing these issues to the forefront of the comic books, and as a comic book reader, you kind of see it too, because like I don't spend a lot of time on social media reading up like all the horrific things that go on in the world or whatever.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah. But when it's in a comic book, I can see it and I can read it, and I'm like, oh wow, that's a really cool way to be. And that's why, I try to model myself after my heroes or whatever. These guys are accepting of anybody, therefore I can be as well.
Well, that's my homework for the night. I'm gonna go see if Static Shock is on HBO Max. I want to say it is. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Static Shock?
No.
Well, you should check it out too.
Doesn't surprise me.
But you also brought up D&D in this and how you use his character. So, Ava, as much as you've been around, have they got you to play D&D yet?
No, I would really, really enjoy to watch, but I feel like I wouldn't be very good. Like, I feel like I would be, like mess up the flow of it, at least at first.
No, it would be, I would have to do it with, like, people that you are comfortable with sitting around a table. Like, I couldn't interject you into my group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, one, my group is huge. Two, it's a lot of chaos going on. But, like, if you, Donnie, Chris, Camden, Tyler, all wanted to sit down and play, like, I could definitely do that. I could run for you.
It is a blast.
It sounds really fun. Everything I've heard, Shorty is in love with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the best creative outlets because, I mean, you really learn more about yourself playing the game than you do anything else. Like, you learn, like, because every character you create, you put yourself into just a little bit. And whether you want to go off the walls crazy or really, like, stoic and serious, like, this is how you do things. And then you start realizing that, like, oh, wow, maybe I have things to work through. Like, I've learned a lot about seriously, dude, like, I've learned a lot about myself by playing D&D.
Why am I a half ogre fucking a sloth?
I don't know.
It was just an inner monologue happening right there, man.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, like, bestiality is not legal here, dude.
I know. I've never been attracted to animals, but now I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, it's deep concerning things. But it's a lot of fun just to learn a lot about yourself, and diving into these characters that you create or whatever. You're opening up, like, different sections of your brain that you didn't realize you had, and especially being creative or whatever, different problem solving and stuff like that. And how you would react to situations. Yeah, sure, it's all fantasy based, but, like, especially if the moment, like, if everything is really, like, if everybody is engrossed in the story and everybody's really in there.
There is a sense of urgency.
Yeah, you, like, really have to push. And it's hard for a moment to separate yourself from the character and, like, because your character is not you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's somebody else. So how would they react? How would they do things? And how do I want them to act? And how do I want them to do the things? It's a lot of fun to see how that progression grows and how you can do that. Because, I mean, I can attest, like, one of the worst parts in my life, literally D&D saved me. I was terrible headspace and everything like that. And I saw a really quick dynamic shift in my character and who I was as a person. And all of a sudden I realized what I needed to be was my character and what he stood for. Because like the character I had built was just this angry gnome. He was a barbarian. All he wanted to do was hack and slash. He wanted to kill and fight. That's all he wanted to do. And I was going through some bad times in my life. And out of nowhere, I stopped swinging my sword and started talking to literally everything. We were supposed to fight a giant. And I was like, what is the giant doing? And they were like, oh, she's crying. I was like, oh, okay, so it's a chick giant, and she's also crying, yeah. And everyone, like, all the rest of my group is like, all right, we're ready to fight. She's distracted by herself. And I was like, no. And they were like, what? And I jumped down by myself. I'm not high enough level for this. And I just go in, and I was like, what's the matter? And the first thing this Goliath, or, giant does is pick up its hammer, and I drop my sword. And I was like, I just want to know what's wrong. And everybody at my table, including my DM's like, what? And I was like,
they weren't ready for that.
I was like, I need to know what's wrong. Because at that moment, I was talking to myself as the giant. Because I was angry, I was hurt, I was sad. And my D&D character needed reassurance. He needed to know what was wrong. And I needed to know what was wrong with myself. And I was having this weird existential conversation with myself as a D&D character with my DM, and he was just the Goliath, or the giant was just like her husband or whatever had been captured, and she's been lonely. And I was like, I'm going to help you whether you like it or not. And like she dropped her club. And all of a sudden, we had made a pact. Like, I made a deal with her. Like, I'm going to save your husband. That's it. And all of a sudden, I started making more friends and stuff like that. And after the end of the session, my DM comes to me, and he's like, where did that come from? I don't know. I have no idea. Because no inkling before that would have started that.
Those of you listening that do not know, we actually have a brother podcast called Dimwits and Dummies.
Yeah.
And it is Shorty, Automitus, and you've heard him on here a few times, Camden.
Yeah, he jumps in every now and again.
So, if you haven't listened to that or you haven't heard it, in Dungeons and Dragons is something that piques your interest, give them a listen. Dimwits and Dummies. Check them out. They're great. Shorty is a part of that. Mm-hmm. And obviously, you can hear how passionate he is about that. I had to cut him off.
Yeah.
But today's Outer Idiot of the Day.
Oh, yeah.
Goes out to all the moms out there.
All the mamas.
Happy Mother's Day. On Sunday, on every day. Mothers, y'all fucking rock. You keep the world spinning. What's your mom's name?
Shannon.
Happy Mother's Day, Shannon. What's your mom's name?
Robin.
Happy Mother's Day, Robin.
What's your mama's day? What's your mama's name?
Lisa.
Lisa.
She ain't gonna hear it.
Well, happy Mother's Day, Lisa.
Happy
It's
Mother's
the thought
Day,
that
Mom.
counts.
That's right.
Right. So, I think that's all we got for you today.
In the meantime.
In the betweens time.
Remember, no drugs, just hugs. Unless those drugs make the hugs better, but then it's okay. All right, cue music. We out.